CP24, Toronto's breaking news.
And welcome back to CP24's Live at Noon. We're talking about a controversy. We don't have all the facts yet, but we have guests who are going to tell you about all the facts. Tracey Sandilands from Pride Toronto, Councillor Kyle Ray, thanks for joining us. So the story out there is somehow this backbench MP from Saskatchewan said the Conservative caucus is against the $400,000 that Pride received a few weeks ago when Diana Blonsky was in the city. What's going on with this, Tracey?
Well, Stephen, I really don't know where he gets his facts from. The application process was relatively stringent. We fulfilled the criteria for the grant. We put in our application directly to Industry Canada, I might add, who has been handling the file all along. In fact, this was our understanding from the outset, was that Industry Canada would be managing it.
Right.
And they were very diligent in the approval process. There was back and forth communication between us for a number of days. And they checked facts, they requested additional documentation, and eventually we got notification that we were approved. So,
and the minister came and announced it. So you got the $400,000. So there's no question
actually $397,500.
I'm glad you corrected that. But so there's no question, Tracey, that Pride has that money for this Pride we just had.
Correct.
Now, is it true, though, then, and we have the statements from the Saskatchewan MP, but is it true that the file has been taken away from Diana Blonsky? Do you know that?
Well, I really don't know the details of the workings of government. But as I said...
No one does, don't worry.
Right from the outset, we were under the impression that Industry Canada would be managing the process.
Right.
But the minister made the initial announcement that it was a program developed by tourism,
right,
but that Industry Canada would be managing it. And my understanding is that is what has now happened.
So the interesting thing is, though, this story has been out for 12 hours now, and no one from Ottawa has said, no, that's not the case, or there's clarification. Either no one's at home in Ottawa, or they agree that this is being taken away. Kyle Ray, you are no stranger to the politics of Pride and what's going on, and you were on here during the Pride Week. What about the politics of this? Do the Conservatives always seem to shoot themselves in the foot on stuff like this?
Well, it's inconsistent, and that's probably a very good. That's a Conservative characteristic these days.
To be inconsistent.
And it's interesting. About a month ago, I was out at Pearson Airport, where Diana Blonsky was there for the arrival of the Dubai flight, the 388. She was there. That was tourism. Here's another tourism event. She's making sure the funds are flowing as the application provides. But it seems to me that someone in the Cabinet Office is deciding who's a good Canadian, who's a bad Canadian.
What do you mean by that? Well, are you talking about the gay and lesbian community are bad Canadians?
They realize that that's not their base, right? Just like Abdul Razak, the fellow in Ethiopia, is not their base. That Qatar, who is a Canadian who should be back here and prosecuted, is not their base. And the gay and lesbian community, bisexual and transgender community, is not their base.
On the other hand, maybe it's not their base, but why do they go and aggravate it by giving $400,000 and then say, well, that was a mistake?
Well, I think that's why you've got this junior MP from nowhere. Like, who knows?
Brad Trost from
I've never heard of him before, going on a religious right website.
We're going to hear more of him right after this break. So we're going to take a break. Stay with us. Back after this.
We had a multi-vehicle crash on the 401.
Now Toronto's breaking news comes directly to you.